This time on Roadkill, we took all the gold chain out of the Corvette.
We proved that with the right make-under, even a C4 Corvette can look good.
If I wait long enough, I can usually fulfill one of my automotive dreams, and this episode is that. Like 5 years ago, Finnegan's very first story for Hot Rod Magazine was when we took the C4 Corvette and cut the body off of it. We cut 900 pounds off of this thing and proved it would be faster in the autocross, but what I always wanted to do was cage it up and just make it a wicked handling machine. We're finally gonna do it, and Continental Tire hooked us up with a Lingenfelter Corvette so we can have a shootout at the same time.
The backstory on this car is that it's an '85 C4 Corvette that was left for dead in the desert and flooded.
It had that worthless Crossfire 350 V8 in it, but what made this one pretty cool is that it had a manual transmission, which is a 4-speed with a Doug Nash add-on overdrive on the back.
We cut this thing up until it only weighed 2,350 pounds, and it's been sitting ever since.
It got wasted. It got rained down the engine. There was weeds growing through it. Our junk was junk, just turned to dust. And so we took one of our shop guys and set him to stripping every bit of plastic off the car. We gutted this thing all the way down to the bare frame.
So now we're gonna throw a little bit of money and a whole lot of parts we have laying around at this thing to see if we can make it handle just a little bit better.
We're gonna have to do everything to the car. All that's left is the stuff that performs. No more Guido. The old 350 was all seized up, so we pulled that out and we put in a new engine that I had sitting around. The motor here is the Marshmallow Mouse, or the white trash. It's a bone stock junkyard 91 truck bottom end. It's got some World Products 170cc iron heads on it, Comp Cam's thumper cam, and of course the tunnel ram and zoomies. And it made 350 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. It's no fire breather here, but it was sitting around and it was cheap and it's ludicrous, and we're hoping to death that these zoomies actually clear the brake booster. Oh, this zoomie is gonna be a drag. Little Sawzall might fix it. There we go. Like a glove. So EBC Brakes has a pretty good sense of humor because they were willing to help us out with this thing. We actually got sponsorship for this piece of junk. And what's cool is that they're an English company. They make really high-end rotors like this one. And they agree with me that stuff like slotted rotors really doesn't do that much. They put this slot in here because a lot of the aftermarket rotors that just have the dots cut in them will actually groove the pad. And they're like, this is there to keep the pad face flat. This is the standard operating procedure for Roadkill, putting way too nice of parts on way too junky a car. That master cylinder is in good shape. This thing sat outside for so long since we did the original hack that it pretty much just decomposed. Anything plastic on it turned to dust. Okay, ready for the zoomy moment of truth? Oh, fail. Manual booster is all we need. Even on Roadkill, do we want to sacrifice brake performance for having zoomies? Because this is far more critical than brakes. I was really wishy-washy about the headers. First we had the zoomies, which were really cool, but they melted the master cylinder. Then we had the pulling headers that stuck straight up in the air, but those melted the alternator.
This literally says, I'm going to a tractor pull and I borrowed the wheels off my dad's Chevelle.
And ultimately, we just put some short, tight tubes on it and dumped the exhaust straight out the side. I was really starting to fall in love with the overall shape of the Corvette, and I didn't want the visual protrusion of those headers, so this is gonna look much cooler.
Did you just say you fell in love with the shape of a Corvette?
Yeah, but look at it.
This is a new milestone we're hitting right here. However, this is now less Corvette and more
Roadkill.
Yeah, so here's part of our plan. We're trying not to spend a ton of money on the steel. And even though we don't have fenders on it, which means we could have put 12-inch wide wheels on this, we didn't do that. We are gonna get rid of our 16 by 8.5 stock wheels and a set of dry rotted BFGs. Those are gonna go away. And we had this set of 17 by 9s laying around, which are a 1/2 inch wider and 1 inch taller. And we've got a set of 285 4017 Continental Extreme Contact tires. They're wider, they're lower profile, there'll be less sidewall deflection here. This thing should handle a little bit better. But in an effort to save as much weight as we could, we ripped out every ounce of wiring in that Corvette. And we're gonna replace just what we need with a universal switch panel and switches. Because that small block Chevy has a ready-to-run distributor and an alternator. So we just had to pick one of many holes to run this through. There isn't much else on there that needs powering, so other than lights, we don't need a lot of wiring in this car. Fewer things to go wrong. This panel's really nice. Because we got an open top car here and it's probably gonna get rained on, everything's got a condom on it to keep the moisture out. And it even has circuit breakers. We never have circuit breakers. This is already nicer than almost everything we've ever built. A couple of days into the build, we realized there was no way we were gonna get a roll cage built on this car in time to test it.
And so we sent it out to have the tubes bent up by Josh at Lucas Fab in Huntington Beach, and he brought the car back to us unwelded so that we could finish it up. But before we could even get the thing back off our ramp truck, I broke it. Oh, it just stuck. No.
You just broke it?
No, it just stuck on. Try and roll it, it won't roll. Whoops. Yeah, in true Roadkill fashion, I figured the handbrake was gonna work, but when I pulled it, it locked up the rear tires and was not gonna let go. So we had another couple of hours of work to do before we could ever begin to start welding up the roll cage. Look at all this cheating going on with other people working on it. I feel dirty.
Let's be honest, you and I would never have built that cage in 3 days.
I know.
3 weeks, maybe. And it probably would have been crooked.
I wonder if it got impounded. Would we ever get it back? Would it be a fix-it ticket? Would it just be...
Well, we wouldn't get impounded, it'd be a fix-it ticket.
I think it would get impounded.
Every time I've ever got a noise ticket, they never impounded the car. It was just...
Yeah, but...
The only violations we have right now are no fenders, and it'll be too loud. It'll have belts, it'll have lights, it'll have a window.
Did you see I ordered a horn?
It'll have a horn.
I got an air horn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Turn signals?
Doesn't have turn signals.
Arms. It'll have those. Got a rear view, got a side mirror.
Oh yeah, we're the model of legality.
If you close your eyes, on paper, it's legal. Yeah. Just tell the officer that. Officer, just close your eyes and let me tell you all the equipment we have.
You know how normally speed stickers make your car go faster? These make your car brake. Ooh, taillights.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like that?
Look at that. That is like the rocket thruster.
You don't need a brake light switch, you just need to touch the wire to something every time you want to drive. Stopping now. That is awesome.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
That is the best part of this car.
How about we make it run? Ready?
Advanced? Or did you just let off?
Okay.
Who wired that?
So check the firing order.
Yep. It's one off. This is number 1. It's pointed at number 8. Okay, so we just need to rotate everything.
Good to go. It smokes a little. This is one of the better things we've done. As bad as this looks, there's really not that much butchery. We're starting a trend with this. People are gonna do this.
Junk buggies.
No, Vette buggies. The Vette Kart.
We could start a really unsafe racing series with these.
What's unsafe about it?
We need to go around the block. It's working!
How's the power steering?
2 fingers.
Oh man, this thing's gonna be fun. Ah, getting dirt in the eye, how about you?
Wow, the brakes are exceptional.
I bet they are.
Oh my
You're getting dirt in your eye?
Yeah, I can't see. And the brakes want to put me through what would be the windshield if we had one.
That's a good reason not to have one.
Oh! It needs a little tune-up.
Yeah.
And an alignment. That's good burnout.
5,500.
That's good burnout.
It's kind of loud. You have oil on your face. That's a big oil leak. Look at that.
That was so much fun.
That's like a funeral pyre.
Is there even a gasket in there?
Probably not.
Because your marshmallow white motor is no longer white. After all the cutting, welding, fabricating, wiring, and engine swapping, this car ended up weighing a little over 2,100 pounds and under 2,600 pounds with both Freiburger and I in it.
Here's the coolest thing about our job. Not only do we get to build garbage and have fun with it, but we get to influence important people to actually help us out. And we're gonna get to drive this 640 horse brand new Corvette. We got hooked up with this thing from the guys at Continental Tire because Continental's the official tire of Lingenfelter. And of course, we're friends with Mike Copeland over there. So it just all turns into beautiful 640 horsepower goodness. So basically we went through all this just to be able to drive a Lingenfelter Corvette.
Ah, it's totally worth it.
What we need to ask them for is a crate motor.
Oh yeah, because 700 horsepower is really what you want in this.
Yeah, you don't? We're here. Yes.
That's good donuts.
Shut the engine off. So the deal on this, nobody would loan us a regular stock Corvette. Imagine that. So I call Lingenfelter, like we need to borrow a Corvette. We're gonna be racing against that, so we want the least power you can make, but Copeland doesn't speak that language. So this thing makes 640. It has an Edelbrock blower on it, 6.5 PSI, Kooks headers, Corsa exhaust, Continental tires, and a Lingenfelter body kit. Other than that, stock.
That doesn't sound stock at all. Okay, so it's got almost twice the horsepower, but weighs about 2,000 pounds more.
Yeah, twice as much horsepower, but I was hoping it was twice the weight so that the power per weight ratio would be the same, but it's not. This still has the advantage on that.
What does this weigh?
I don't know. What's it weigh, 3,600?
I'll tell you after I drive it. I can tell these things.
Okay.
Automatically.
You're gonna sense that? First thing that we needed to do was take some test laps in the brand new C7. These are great cars if you can be seen in them. Imagine 30 years from now us cutting one of these apart and roll caging it. That would be good.
All right.
How roadkill do you feel right now?
Well, we made that amazing thing there.
So this is,
it's osmosis.
We deserve this.
Yeah, we deserve this because we put in the hours on that. That's the way I look at it. All right.
So we have to decide which course we're gonna take.
Dude, this is great.
It might have a little bit of power.
This is great. This is an easy car to drive.
It is designed for people like us who know nothing.
Shifting at $7,000 is awesome.
This thing is bitching.
This is a really great car.
Suit up, I'll ride along and we'll time from inside the car, just like Charger at the rally school.
Suit up for me will consist of just putting a helmet on because I forgot my suit.
You're driving, so I'm gonna have a fire suit.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
We will set the bar with the Lingenfelter.
Okay.
And then shimmy underneath it with our Vette.
This is an awesome car. Anyone can get in here, and you can crash this, but it's a lot really difficult. Dude, I twist this knob, one more click and we're dead.
.3565. I have no idea what a good lap is here.
I don't either.
That probably wasn't it.
Nah, there were definitely room for improvement there.
Well, I'd like to say I can improve on that, but I'm not going to say that until I actually drive it.
Oh, I think you can. That was not my finest work.
I need to break out the excuses now. See, he had 6 laps, 5 warm-ups and a race. I'm going to have 2, 1 warm-up and a race.
So that means if I lose, I look even worse. Thanks for throwing that out there.
This ends the whining portion of the program. Ready? Ah, that hurt.
I'm air conditioning my butt right now.
Really? You have seat AC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that feels good.
How do I air condition my butt? Here we go.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Chevrolet, for saving me. I really appreciate all the work you put into the new Corvette. Oh, because David's trying to kill me. Did the tires do something wrong to you? Because you were punishing them. Oh, this is gonna be close. 130. You beat me. 134.50.
Winning! And it was a mess.
I spent most of the time that side just going clink, clink, clink. The Corvette's not built for a helmet. David kicked my butt by half a second in the C7, so we hopped in the go-kart, and on the warm-up lap, I found out just how good those EBC brakes work.
Saw that coming.
That happened fast.
That's just tapping the brakes, right?
Yep. What it is, the go-kart is light, it is nimble, it accelerates good, it turns pretty well, the tires are good. If we had a few more laps or a few more hours or a few more wrenches, this would be a pretty awesome race car.
Seconds slower than the Lingenfelter.
Not bad. I'm a fan.
Really?
I'm totally a fan. This has so much potential.
But the issues are that you tap the brakes and it wants to come around.
You have to completely drive different. You can't barrel into a corner and then lay into the brakes.
Sure.
It just wants to spin out.
Yeah,
but no, it handles good.
Really?
Yeah, it steers really good. It's really not that loose. It's the perfect amount of power for what it is right now, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, the first couple times around, I was spooked. I was like, this thing's gonna kill me, my arm's gonna come out the side.
Right.
You know, we're gonna flip it. But once you spin it out and you realize it's not tipping over.
Look at all the oil on your helmet.
Yeah, we've got something happening over here.
The hole in the valve cover, maybe?
Yeah, that's just rust prevention, as far as I'm concerned. It's not on the tires, so it's safe.
So, I had confidence in the new Corvette saving me from myself. I don't have that here.
I think your sense of self-preservation will really just kick in.
Yeah, this thing lets me be as stupid as I want to be, and I don't want to be that stupid in it. What's your level of fear right now?
Yeah, I don't trust you. I really don't. So I'm about a 9. Just gonna hold on to these.
You know, the thing is, the whole Vette Hack idea could be legitimate. Stripping a C4 down to its bare bones and caging it, this thing only weighs 2,100 pounds. You could science out the suspension on this, give it some more horsepower. Imagine a Lingenfelter crate motor in this car. It would destroy all, and it would be an actual threat at a time attack event anywhere.
So I matched my time, pretty much. Not bad. And I pretty much was in third gear the whole time because I can't shift it.
Yeah. Imagine if you had a shifter.
Wow, I can't get it in any gear.
Maybe that's a sign.
Yeah, really. Oh, we got no clutch.
Oh, maybe that was the fluid.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Kill it.
We're done. Bye-bye. Oh, it didn't kill it. Our safety measures failed.
Hold on, I'll get it.
Oh, that's because of this.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Good thing we didn't need that in a hurry. I feel like I could drive the thing better.
Yeah, right?
It's not bad.
No,
You're right. It needs throttle response, and it needs a shifter.
Yeah.
And you could actually be somebody with this.
This is a good piece of machinery right here.
Our day has ended because we have clutch fluid spraying all over us, and I've got no clutch. So I did all of that in third gear and matched my time in the Lingenfelter car. Actually, a second slower. I ran 135 instead of 134.
Oh, you matched my time.
I matched your time in the Lingenfelter.
Yeah, so
we're on to something.
640 horsepower in the Lingenfelter.
Yeah.
300-ish here. No electronic bells and whistles, just your right and left foot saving you. Okay, so what's that Lingenfelter car probably cost?
Oh, I know.
70K probably?
Yep.
There's 10 grand here.
I just want to do donuts. I'm going to fire it up in gear and do donuts.
And I'd like to personally thank the good folks at Continental for making amazing tires and pretty damn amazing tires, both of which we're going to destroy right now. Okay, it's dead.
Okay,
Another car being pushed.
we broke it after all. No matter how many parts we remove from a vehicle, we can break whatever's left.
Obviously the go-kart can hang with the Lingenfelter car on the pavement, but this is roadkill, so we gotta bring it up a notch
So we decided to throw a clutch in it, put a windshield in it, and hit the highway.
and go see how well this thing works in the dirt.
Oh yeah, like factory. I don't like intersections because it gives more opportunity for a cop to drive by.
Yeah, what? Should have leaned these seats back.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thing handles good. Driving on the highway in this thing is pretty hilarious. I expected everybody to be staring and pointing at cutting us off, but no, this is LA primetime traffic. No one blinked an eye. When we got out to the desert, things were going way too smoothly until Roadkill kicked in. The car sputtered and died, and we pulled over to the side of the road, and it turned out our electric fuel pump was roached. Maybe we can get a stick or something so you could reach back and just hit it.
It's a great idea. Hit it with a bottle of water. I can reach it. Is it working?
No. Okay.
It's working?
Yep.
Okay.
Bacon?
It's a little dusty. I'm gonna save myself for dinner in Palmdale.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people go there for the food. This thing is so much like a Baja Bug, it's ridiculous. It's lightweight, it's got independent rear suspension, great flotation because it doesn't weigh anything. The thing just blasted dirt roads, but I had to find out, could it handle a rocky hill climb?
That was cool. Let's see your Lingenfelter Corvette do that right there.
Oh, we failed not bringing it. When we get pulled over and the cop goes, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And they go, "Exhibition of greatness."
Yeah.
Okay.
Gunshots. All right,
All right, time to go. I'd like to see Fred try that one on dirt every day. Honestly, I don't even know why Continental makes off-road tires.
Mark this day in history, boys and girls. This is the first time a Corvette's ever climbed a mountain. Roadkill. This is like a hill with some rocks on it, but
Okay.
I don't care. Dude, I'm
Don't
taking
care.
it.
Nobody does this. Let's
Yeah.
go. Shifter's overrated. Oh! Try to avoid that. It really hurts.
Sorry. You wanted to go off-road?
You don't know Ken Lingenfelter personally and realize that I could have wrecked it and Ken would have said okay. So that's why I drove like an absolute moron.